Hello and welcome to Round 1 Front 9 action of the 2024 Carolina Clash, presented by DGA and Another Round. Catch cam, we have Ryker West. Drone footage courtesy of FlySense and Bobcat Buckley. Commentary team today is Ariel Walker and Wong. On the card today, we have Sarah Hokom from Caldwell, Idaho. Holly Finley from Denver, North Carolina. Scoggins from Los Angeles, California. And Wong from Charlotte, North Carolina. Hole 1 is a par 3, 340-foot almost straight shot, but you have to contend with these trees on the right-hand side, and don't let them eat your disc.
Your 2021 Carolina Clash winner. Welcome to the tee box, Sarah Hokom.
That's a pretty incredible shot. Hole can be tough with the OB on the right, and then you have these giant, just bushy trees on the left that very quickly can eat up some discs if you leak into it a little bit.
Next on the tee box, your defending Carolina Clash FBO champion, Scoggins.
I think this hole really can suit either a backhand or forehand, mostly just whatever you're comfortable kind of getting that distance with and keeping it straight. I do love seeing these forehand plays, and the fact that we've got 3 forehand dominant players on this card is a lot of fun.
Feature card from Charlotte, North Carolina. Welcome to the box, Wong.
Holly with a long putt. Looks like she's probably about 75, maybe a little around 100. That's a great drive, Autumn.
I'm coming in. I was feeling the nerves, I'm not gonna lie.
I bet. That hole 1 is scary, man.
And they filleted it. Own showed up and she was like, alright, this is how you forehand it. Same with Sarah.
Yeah. Oh, so close. Yeah, they certainly have very unique styles. I love seeing the differences.
Yeah, Sarah was fun to watch. Her putter was hot the whole round.
Nice.
Going in for birdie. Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, she pretty much parked that right under the basket. It's got to feel good getting the first hole for sure.
Yeah.
Nice cleanup. All right. Thank you to our sponsors, Down South Discs. On to hole 2, we've got a par 3, 366 feet. This one, you start off by throwing slightly uphill, and then it finishes downhill. So it's a very tough shot. I've seen forehand and backhand work, but I think a backhand works the best personally.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what Holly can do with this backhand. Oh, nice. Own throw on the backhand, too. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, she smoked this one. Didn't play to the elevation, but got up there for a look.
Yeah, for sure. You're dead center. That's great. I mean, that's all you can ask for. When you get off the fairways at Nevin, it can be extremely punishing and hard to scramble.
Gosh.
Nice up. Yeah, it looks like Sarah's on that left side, and she's seeing exactly what I was just talking about. Just trying to find any little window to get up for a putt.
Definitely. A little bit more favorable on that left side, I feel.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Give it a little bit, but...
Yeah, that looked really good.
Holly
Nice.
with that par save. It was so good.
For sure. Putt is looking clean. All right, nice clean up from Sarah. Oh, that is a brutal spit out.
Spit out.
Oh,
Still battling the nerves. This is a card of a lot of women that I looked up to for a long time. So
absolutely.
I was just happy to be out there and watching them doing their thing.
Yeah.
On to hole 3. Hole 3, par 5, 630 feet. Ideally, you want to see a flex forehand, right forehand, or a backhand off the tee. You want to get as close to that short pad. See if you have a clean look for that 3, and then get up and down pretty cleanly. Elevation's not too bad, but we'll see Hokom with a forehand.
I do like the forehand play off the tee here. It's hard to tell from this angle, but there's a tree that's kind of like squared up in the middle of the screen right now. And from the tee pad, it really can cause you to kind of pull a backhand off to the right a little bit, trying to get away from it. So I think that forehand is very nice. Kind of takes that out of it. You're able to throw it a little wider, maybe on a little Annie high.
Definitely. I think the only error there is really that right side, but...
Nice. See, Holly kept it tight. She kept it close to that, so that was a great shot.
Yeah.
Own with another backhand. This is fun.
I was a little shocked.
Me too. But, I mean, if you're going to throw something stable like that, it makes a lot of sense.
Plays it clean. This is a good
Yeah.
setup for a next forehand.
Yep.
Went a little
like
too high,
that.
but
Oh, okay. Came out a bit.
yeah.
That's okay. It's
Undercommitted,
still
but
there.
there's a spot. There's a little landing zone.
Nice.
The local route, some say.
Been over there plenty of times. Just happens.
Oh, with a backhand.
I do kind of like that play. It's far getting up that hill, especially from where she was. So if she plays that backhand like she did, plays it well straight up the middle, it'll put her on the left side for an easier, I would say easier upshot into the
Definitely.
basket.
We're so close to the airport that it's bound to happen that we're going to get a little bit of audio from that. Hoping got a little bit of tree love on that right side.
That's great too. Oh, that was kind of brutal. Pretty rude.
Yeah. Nevin giving Nevin.
You're in a prime spot. I like that a lot. That can find backside and get right up to the basket. That's beautiful.
Oh, that felt pretty good. Owen's going to try to do the same thing. Look better.
Nice. This green is mostly flat. It gives away, goes slightly downhill, a little left to right, but it's not terrible. Typically, you'll see things sit pretty well.
And Holly with that backhand again. Just slicing and dicing this hole.
Sarah's on the right side of this fairway now, kind of what we were talking about earlier, how left side where you guys were, I kind of find as the prime position, but it looks like she's making this work. Definitely was a tough backhand coming out of there, though.
Yeah.
Ooh, great bid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's pretty incredible. From a knee. That was a great bid also. Oh, you guys are all over it.
Got it from all the angles. Owen's going to show us how it's done. Great birdie.
Very nice. Just a few tap outs here, and then we will move on to hole 4. All right, hole 4. It is a par 4, 640 feet. We'll start off the tee. You want to just throw something kind of stock that'll go mostly straight, land about here. Then from there, I like the backhand, and you just want to blast away. Basket ends up on the left, so it's a pretty standard backhand, right-hand shot. This ended up pretty well. It's kind of close to that tree, so she's got the possibility for having a tough run-up. Also, this kind of drops down. You can see a slight elevation down, and then it starts to come back up. So depending on how you are with that, could make for tricky footing as well.
Definitely. I love the forehand off this.
That's awesome. Yeah, you really have to trust that forehand. They're making this hole look easy for sure, but a forehand you have to hyzer flip something up and over to get around the last trees on the left there.
Full commit.
If you hit anything, it drops hard to the right, and you can get sent down the hill for sure.
Oh yeah, that's jail. Tree jail on the right side.
For sure. That looks awesome too. Gotta push. Yeah.
That is textbook.
Love it.
Little straight.
That was so close. You had that straight up the gut. It just needed a little more stability.
So
Love it.
straight, but that's the one error that you can make on backhand, but is definitely the preferred right hand backhand.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in that tree jail. Gonna see if I can get my way out, but couple shots. But we made it.
All right. We're out.
We joined the crew.
That is all that matters. So Holly's going for that right hand backhand. Hopefully something a bit stable. Looks pretty stable. Looks very nice. Just a little bit short, but she'll definitely still have a putt at it.
This shot really demands angle control. She nails it.
Wow. That's awesome. That's another one where those trees just kind of center of the screen right now. Look like they definitely cut off her angle, but she really made that work.
Yeah, this is a bit straight again, but
Still, you're nailing that fairway. That looks awesome.
we're coming back.
Very nice.
Such a good upshot. So controlled.
Yeah. Very nice. Right under the basket. All right, Holly's going to take a bit at this. Oh, so close. That was a great bid, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, you hate to see that.
It was happening. She is so good. She keeps herself so composed. All these ladies. Good hit from Holly. Good birdie look from Holly, too, really.
This one can be hard. That second shot, one, you have to place it so well off the tee. And then that second shot, you got to just kind of go bombs away. And a lot of times you're trying to throw a higher power shot, and it's easy to pull it or throw something that's maybe very stable and have it accidentally hyzer out.
We're on hole 5, par 4, 630 feet. Ideally, you want to have a right hand backhand or even a right hand forehand off the tee, get you in that gap, and then get yourself a placement shot so you're looking at the pin at the very least. Sarah's going to show us, I believe, a forehand off here. This gap, I mean, the main gap really is about 60 feet wide, maybe. I mean, even less at the most, but there's a couple poke and hopes areas, so she lands on that right side. Should have a look.
When you're standing on that tee, that gap doesn't look that far away, but as soon as you throw that disc, it feels so far away.
Yeah, wind is coming into play. To the left of here is a softball field, so it really does open up after playing in the woods for a couple holes, and a little bit of a change. We don't get this one, but she'll be lined up pretty nicely on that gap.
This is another one that it is kind of just bombs away on the tee. You can throw backhand, forehand. I think the forehand, honestly, with how it finishes, if you can get it through the gap, will open you up a little bit better for the next shot towards the pin. But I've definitely seen both work.
Definitely. I think this is my grace. I'm going to try to pull it back into that right gap.
Ooh, that is a nice shot.
Trying to keep up with Owen. Owen showed me the way. We gotta ride those vapor trails.
That's awesome.
Not too bad. So this is what you're looking at gap-wise. Holly had a great little shot at it, but just got that right tree. Really not too bad at all right here.
All right, yeah. So this is another hole. It's a theme of Nevin. There's a decent amount of elevation, but there's another one where it drops off left to right. So Sarah with that forehand, it looks like she didn't quite get it turned over enough, and so that's going to fade out really hard down the hill unless it catches a tree.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're just dancing with the trees on this one. Couple of us were just getting in the groove of Nevin.
Oh, you love to see that. That's great.
Yeah, we were pretty stoked. Sarah down on that right side of the fairway.
It's tough down there. You get to a section and there are tons of trees. They may not have a lot of foliage down low, but got a bunch of big tree trunks stacked just side by side, and you're always looking for a gap, and it's hard to find.
Yeah.
I think she did well for where she was.
Definitely.
Yeah, I like that backhand one. It just kind of fits the shape of the fairway, this later fairway.
Yeah.
But also that left to right drop off. The backhand really helps it kind of anti-skip more straight instead of fading out so much. Well, he's probably 150, 175, I'd say, from where she was.
Definitely within her range. She sends it. There's full commit on every shot she takes.
Woo! That was a great bid.
So good.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Great shot. Looks pretty open from your disc, yeah.
Got a little lucky with that tree. Give it a little bit.
Ooh.
We wanted that one.
Oh, no.
Didn't think of the circumstances, but...
The Nevin roll away.
Nevin roll. The screen's going to do it, too. It just gradual drop-off. Not anything crazy, but
yeah,
one of the ones you're pretty stoked about when it's hit and sit.
Yeah, absolutely. No!
They were just doing it. There are a couple of holes in these baskets for round one, but I think Ona and I were finding them all.
That is tough.
Sarah's gonna clean up a bogey here. We're all just gonna tap out.
Honestly, I think this is one of the hardest par fours. I know it is for
definitely.
me. Hard to get a 3 on it, let's put it that way, and very easy to take a bogey or sometimes a double bogey, especially if you don't stay in position. All right, we've got hole 6. It's a par 5, 805 feet. You're really trying to shoot it through this gap and end up right about there, and then it's, to me, a big backhand hyzer. So it hyzers out down to the left into this gap, and you want to stop short of those OB stakes right where that little bridge is.
Oh, I love this hole so much. Arguably one of my favorites.
I agree. It's a fun hole. And with this as a par 5, I have no doubt we will most likely see some eagles throughout the weekend.
Yeah.
I don't know, and he's my host. So he came to walk, but he's bouncing around on it. And then he's
Everybody's really just choosing their distance fighter right now. So forehand, backhand, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, agreed. That is the nice thing about this hole, is you can really throw anything on it, and it's just getting up past that line of trees right there, and then going from there.
Yeah, staying out of OB. We got OB on that left side.
That's tough.
Yeah. Placement does make a difference on here. If you're not getting past those trees, they are a lot larger when you walk up to them.
You are very, very right. Oh, I love this. That's a bomb.
That's
Such a great shot.
Orbit trespass. That is tried and true, especially in the wind, because you can't really read the wind until you get up here, too.
Yeah.
It's just doing a couple of different things, but...
So Holly ended up in a decent position, middle of the fairway, but that second shot from there is very, very far.
Yeah.
We've got a push.
Yeah.
Very nice.
She did the thing. Her backhand looks so good this season.
Yeah. That too. Come on, push it.
I think that's the putt.
Nice.
See, that's the OB we're talking about on that left side. Doesn't really come into play off the tee, but it can.
Absolutely. Great shots.
Holly gets so much power from the knee. She's so much control.
It's fun seeing her run it, especially from distance like that with the OB behind and everything. But she gave it a great bid. Very nice speed control.
Yeah. I'll get in a look at that eagle, but
Oh no. So close.
Yeah, and Holly cleaning it up for a birdie.
We all know that feeling. We are right there with you, Sarah.
Oh, yeah. All right, hole 7, par 3, 520 feet. We have OB on the left side that goes into that little ravine, I guess, creek, and then it swings over to that right side. If you're inside of this lane that we're flying through now, you're totally fine, but ideally you want to push on that outside. See a couple forehands off this hole.
This hole's a lot of fun. There's one tree dead center bottom of the fairway that likes to eat discs a lot. Yeah. Oh, awesome. Kept it inbounds. That's great. That's the other thing, is it is very downhill, and if you're not throwing something stable, there's a good chance for it to flip over and just carry too straight across that little creek that Autumn was just talking about. This looks great.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
So it really does sneak up on you, even when you're thinking it's the cleanest forehand. It is just that ground play down there, and it gets worse with the leaves too, but it was still a great shot.
Oh, that just hurts.
Yeah. And Holly's gonna show us something flippy backhand. She's just a magician with this shot.
See, I think that's good too. She ended up kind of in that right side, and there is an open fairway now. This hole used to be very wooded right there, but since they moved the basket back and they've cleaned it up, it's almost like a split fairway. So I like personally throwing a stable forehand to make it in maybe a little bit past where Holly was, and just I think it cuts the hole. It takes a lot of distance off the hole and makes it a bit easier.
Definitely. And I let go of my forehand just a little bit too much hyzer on something a little bit too stable. This is where you're looking at the right side of that fairway. It went a little too far on that, but pretty excited for that. We can save a bogey from there. And Hokom's forehand landed great spot. You can really dice it up on that right side or the left side if you want to go big on that left side, or maybe something a little bit hyzer flip or a little bit of Annie on that right side. It's always nice.
Mm-hmm.
And Holly was showing off her balancing skills here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this was just an inconvenient lie, and handled it really well, but
Oh, it's crazy. Oh, I've never seen that. Good on her.
Yes.
Oh man, I think from that position, I'd be throwing like a forehand roller. I don't even know. I don't know how she's going to keep her balance so well. This is going to be incredible. And she does it. No, just easy. She makes it look so easy.
Yeah. And Owen did roll out OB.
Oh man.
I am just too far out my upshot, so I'm just going to try to get something close enough.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That was a great bid. Oh man.
And Owen's all over it. We were just holding our breath. It was coming.
Yeah. No doubt.
Hokom giving it a bid. These tiny trees, there's just so many of these skinny trees that pop out of nowhere that it does make the lines tighter on this green. Get a little bit too far out of circle one. Great par save. Yeah, so this is playing as a par 4. Especially with that OB on that left side. It's tough. It's a gettable 3, but it's always a great par 4 just to save.
Yeah, it feels good to get this one.
Let's clean it up.
That's
bogey
tough.
just because of OB, but it looks so good, and I know she cleaned it up for the rest of the event. She knew.
All right, hole 8. It's a 425-foot par 4. Right now, you just want to blast something super straight. I think I prefer a mid just to hit about right here, and then it's a chip up down to the green. Now, I will say I don't have the strongest arm, so I do see plenty of people throw a big forehand on this hole, get it down there, and they're looking at possibly an eagle, if you will.
Definitely.
Okay.
Sarah opting for a roller, which I really like the play. I've seen a couple tomahawks. This is going to get her forward. But I think she could smush a forehand down there pretty easy, too.
I think she could, too, even if she goes for something that just finishes a little more straight.
Yeah.
But this gap is very tight, so understandable in wanting to go with the forehand roller.
Yeah. Holly's showing us that backhand line.
Nice. Giving it a little bit of body English.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, big forehand.
We're gonna believe this is my sheriff, so we're going distance driver on it.
Oh, I love it.
My ideal goal is to stay low and straight on it. And poor Ryker. Ryker was a trooper. He was my target for this hole, actually. And own with the backhand.
Oh, yeah, this looks great, too. Okay, so she finished still a little bit on that right side.
I think she got a kick. I don't know where it was, but...
That makes sense.
Yeah, I do like the backhand play.
Mm-hmm. So she's going to be a little pinched, but she could try something up high. Looks like she tried. Sometimes you can do a skip shot to skip around that corner, but it is a good ways down there still, so it's tough if you end up on that right side.
Yeah, this is a very high reward or high risk, high reward here for Hokom. I love this play.
Oh my God, Sid, don't go on the road. Back it up.
I believe it works out for her pretty well. It looks like it's gettable. There's maybe a 5-foot gap, but vines, tiny trees, it's thick in there.
That's awesome. Yeah, she made it work. It is tough. Yeah, being on that right side, it does get very bushy down in that little section.
Same with Holly. They found their thing.
Oh man, yeah, they got out of there. That's awesome.
And I'm a little bit too straight off the tee. I'm going to try to get pitched out, but playing it as a part 4. Yeah. It's that left side of the fairway.
This is one of those holes that when you get the birdie on it, you're like, oh man, why don't I just do that every time? Like, that's easy.
Agreed.
And then other times you end up with like a bogey, double bogey, whatever it might be, and you're like, holy cow, come on.
Either way, though, you can understand it. There's cars, so the road does lead out right behind this basket, and it's little things, but there's a speed bump right there too, so you got cars slowing down. Holly with a great birdie save.
That's incredible from where she was.
Yeah, she's kept the putter hot all around.
For sure. Oh, that was a good bid. Nice cleanup.
I'm gonna show you guys something when you walk over there.
They were so much fun. You're good people. Good vibes.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a great experience.
Hole 9, par 4, 548 feet. We are playing, you're going to see a basket or a pin location here on the left or on the right side, but we are playing up to that pink arrow on the left side. There is OB at the bottom of the hill, so there's a little bit of a creek that's marked off, about like a foot off of the creek. But ideally you can play forehand, backhand. Personally, I like to play a forehand up to that right side and right here. Just want to stay out of that creek or as close to it as possible if you can't get over it yourself. It's still a little bit of a bomb around.
Oh, that is incredible. Great shot. Yeah, I like
that
that idea of playing it to the right like you did.
Yeah, it sets up nice for a forehand or a backhand turnover. I know I can't get over there. There's, it's about, I think, 330, 340 to get over to that shorter pin on the right side. And just risking it with the power lines and a couple of trees. It's just nicer to pitch up here. And Sarah's got the same idea.
Ooh, yeah. Yep.
That's a great shot, too. Yeah, you're absolutely right. This is very much an elevated hole. You're starting from the top, throwing down, but things leak really easily. When you're up on the tee pad, the fairway looks very wide, but it's so easy to accidentally maybe catch some wind that's coming up and just turn something over. And it's unforgiving when you get off the fairway.
Definitely. It is the curse of Nevin. It's right side and left side is just tough. And
Yep.
a lot of people backhand putter, backhand mid.
Yeah, I think I throw a mid on this typically just to try to get it down to the bottom of the hill.
Yeah.
Not doing anything crazy, just want to get down there and hope for a look at my upshot.
Definitely.
All right, that's a nice birdie. Oh, getting one in. That's great.
Yeah. This pink basket worked a lot better than the other ones, I'll say that. This one caught it. Yeah, good birdie. She's got a great routine. She sticks by it and super consistent. Her putting looks great this season too.
That's awesome. That's so important. Just all aspects of disc golf, but putting especially. There's just so many nerves that go with it. That's a great birdie. Great job, everyone. All right, so this finishes us out for our front nine. We will catch you guys on the back.